Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at another old Japanese video game magazine. Today we've got Geemaga. This is from 2008. It's actually from next month, July 2008. And on the cover feature we've got Metal Gear Solid 4, which just had a release anniversary recently. I forget exactly how many years it's been, but there you go. And there's some other games in here. And actually this DVD, I put this recently on the channel. So you can actually see the contents of this, and I'll link that somewhere right up here, somewhere down below, I don't know. Anyways, let's get into it. Right off the bat, we got a nice PSP advertisement here for Valhalla Knights 2. I've never played this game, I don't know anything about it. Looks like kind of an RPG type thing going on though. I like these old graphics, these old CG renders and stuff. Looks good. Oh, we got a front mission. Front mission usually has Amano's artwork, Yoshitaka Amano. So this kind of anime stuff doesn't really look as good, does it? It doesn't hold up quite as well. This is for the DS though. Then we've got our table of contents, but we'll go through all this. Talking a bit about GTA 4, which I guess was released a few months before this. Just kind of going over it. And the Xbox 360, this was a time where like the 360 was, I don't know, it had been introduced in Japan, and kind of famously it didn't do super well, but it did get a lot of Japan-only titles, which some are actually kind of cool. It's good shoot-em-ups and stuff. I don't know what these games are. I've never played them. Invisible Memories, Mana Kamiya 2, PS2. So at this time, 2008, there was still some PS2 games being released for a few more years, which is nice. Here we go, Ninja Gaiden 2. This is a great series of games. That's cool. We got some nice artwork here, some storyboards and things like that. This one's the Xbox 360 version, but you know, any versions are pretty fun. They've got some pluses and minuses, I guess, but they're all pretty great. Some nice scenes there and things like that, showing off what it does, showing the different enemy types. Got some more of the characters here, some of the monsters and bosses and stuff. Wow, what crazy designs there. Oh, we got a little history of him too, of his games, Use Games Dead or Alive, Ninja Gaiden, and so on. That's great. We got the, I think that's the arcade one there. Ah, yeah, here we go. So Super Famicom, Famicom, arcade. These are the 2D ones. Then it moves on to the more, the newer ones. This was 88 to 95. We got 96 to 2005, 2004, 2007. And all the systems and stuff it was on. That's cool. Good stuff. That's cool. Oh, this is that front mission we saw the advertisement for. Okay, just showing a lot of this. There's so many characters. Wow, I've never played this one. I played some of the other front mission games. I'm not too much into turn-based combat, but front mission's got a lot of cool stuff going on. We got some handheld games. We got DS, we got PSP. Oh, Cosmos from Xenosaga. Xenogears, Xenosaga. Xenoblade. I think Xenosaga. I always mix up the names. That's cool, she's in there. I like that character. There's this cool guy. Wow. Secret hangar. We got Tales of Vesperia. This is another 360 game. RPG. I've never played the Tales series, but they're pretty popular. I'm not too familiar with it, but here's a bunch of the characters and things. Another Tales one on the Wii. Isn't that just a straight up Pokemon? I don't know all the Pokemon, but that looks like it's just one of them, isn't it? Ooh, Soul Calibur 4. Wow, Soul Calibur 4 was getting pretty luscious, wasn't it? Boom, 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 boom. These are fun designs though. I think this one had a lot of customization too. You could really make your own characters and stuff quite a bit. I like this art. This is really good. This kind of, I think they weren't even inked. It looks like it was just pencil art and then they colored it. But the end result's kind of nice. This is Automedius. This is a shoot 'em up, a horizontal shoot 'em up. I have this one on the 360. It's cool. I want to do a video on it someday, I think. I mean, obviously it's quite eye-catching with all the female characters, but it's actually a fun game. Kind of reminds me of Parodius, or one of those, where they're just a little more silly, a little more colorful and fun. It's a good game. There's also, I think, a re-release of it. I forget the name, but it's like a kind of a remixed version, or maybe this is it. This is the gorgeous version, but I'm not sure. But fun. X-Edge. Oh, look at this. We've got some Darkstalkers special guest appearances, I guess, and so maybe this is a game that's just kind of mixing in a bunch of different characters. I don't know what this one is. Just an RPG, I guess. PS3. If I happen to not know about these games and you guys know, let me know. I guess in the comments or something. Here's a special poster, I guess, from the game. Some special art. Oh, okay, this one I know. This is 428, as you can see right there. This one's on the Wii. I think it's also on the PS3, maybe. I've never played this, but I always see it at Hard Off, and I've always been kind of curious about it. I don't know if it ever got translated, but it's, I think so. It uses a lot of these FMV kind of things, but then you're also trying to solve a mystery, and I guess maybe see who a killer is or something like that. I don't know too much about it, but yeah, it's kind of interesting. Used a bunch of actors and things like that. But as you can see, there's parts just with like text where, you know, they're going through maybe options and dialogue and trying to figure stuff out. Maybe fun. Mana Chemia 2, I think we saw the advertisement for that earlier. I don't know anything about this. It looks like an RPG though, with some action combat elements. Ooh, wow. What's up with these guys here? What is going on? It's weird to see this really anime kind of girl next to these rather, you know, quasi-realistic looking guys. These ones are so popular, these games. This is, I guess, on the DS, but I think the series has been around on many different consoles and re-releases and things like that. The Disgaea series. Never played it though. I might have one of them actually, but I don't think I've ever played it. Oh, okay, I think this one had an anime series and many games, and as you beat up the girls, they lose their clothes. Whoops. Hyper Battle. I wonder if it's got side-scrolling beat-em-up elements though. That actually would be kind of fun. This is on the PSP. Okay, so the cover feature is, of course, MGS4, which is a really good game. I like it a lot. Some people didn't like it, but I thought it was a great kind of summary of the whole series and nicely wrapped stuff up. And yeah, it did have a lot of cutscenes and things, but for me it didn't matter. That was fine. It was so enjoyable. And I enjoyed what the cutscenes that were there, so it was no problem. As you can see, it was the PS3. I think this was actually one of the first PS3 games that I played. I think I got my PS3 just so I could play this, and then over about 24 hours or 25 hours, you know, split across like a week or so, I played through it and it was really fun. And to this day, it still hasn't been ported to anything else, I think because of how complicated it was on the PS3 architecture. So I'm curious if that next Metal Gear collection or whatever, the second collection, if it's going to have this or not. Down here we've got some of the tie-in stuff, like this energy drink, which I have one of those. I found one of those little bottles. I got the iPod, a little dated now I guess, but there you go. As well as some of the other things and some of the goods. Cool stuff. Here we got an interview with the man himself, Kojima. You're welcome to pause that and take a look. Some more interview. This is for a different game though, obviously. What console is this? Ah, this is for the Wii. RPG, I think. We got a little Monster Hunter piece down here. Nice. I think this is more about the voice acting and stuff like that. Some voice actors here. If you're into that. Some people are really into voice actors. Are really interested in voice actors. I've never really cared too much, actually. But sometimes at the conventions and things like that, they get quite popular. But I think if you're into these kind of games a lot, like these types of kind of visual novel games and things like that, where you're supposed to date the girls and stuff like that, probably the voice actors have a bit more impact and seem more important, if you're a big fan of that. We've got some wonderful art down here. Oh my god. These are great. I always love the fan art in these old magazines. It's really good stuff. Oh yeah, there you go. A whole bunch. What's the best piece we've got? Probably this one, I think. Have to go with that. Oh, we've got even more over here. That's a really good one. Wow. We got one about Ken's wife. That's funny. Making fun of the old, terrible Street Fighter art of Ken's... I don't know if at that time maybe she was his girlfriend. I don't know, but... Eliza. Ooh, it's getting a little hot and heavy in this section over here. Oh my god. And a little bit more. Well, they're not holding back in this magazine. They've got the full nudie shots from the American God of War versus the censored Japanese versions. Because you can't show toplessness in console games in Japan since, I don't know the last console that did it. I know like the Sega Saturn had nudity and things like that, but probably a bit after that they stopped being allowed to do it. Got some GTA stuff here. That was a fun game, but the world, although big, was like really empty. Which is, I mean, still a problem with big open world games. But I just remember playing that game and then being like, I would just drive around to cause chaos, but the world itself was kind of lifeless. What are these, the prices? Oh yeah, these are like game software prices and things. And release dates. Got the consoles, the companies. Yeah, just the release schedules and things like that, I guess. Nights in the Nightmare DS game. What is this game? Looks like a turn-based strategy game. It's pretty crazy art. Lots of nice color use. They seem to be having fun. What is this one? I don't know. Rio de Channel? Rio versus Rina. Oh, Akima, the Street Fighter artist. Is this... I don't know, just saying profile, but just this? Or is there more? A Guilty Gear. Coming soon. Oh, Resident Evil 5? Is that 5? I think, right? Yeah, 5. I wonder if we're ever going to see a re-release or remake of that. I think they've got it like as an HD thing on the consoles, right? Modern consoles. Ah, Siren. I like Siren. This is the new translation, which was released in kind of like episodes on the PS3. So I think in the West it was split into episodes that you had to purchase individually and download. But in, I don't know if it's a Japanese version or like one of the other Asian versions, but I have it. It's a disc. It's actually on like a Blu-ray disc, and it's all together but on the disc it's still split into episodes. But it's a cool game, so it's kind of like a remake, a really loose remake of the original. And it's creepy, it's fun, and it's all in the countryside of Japan. So it's got a really cool atmosphere. Bunch of previews here, different games. If you're interested, some handheld ones here, DS games. More DS games. Manga, what's this one about? Ikariaku, I don't know what this is. Is this exclusive to this man? Everybody's got this face, what's going on? Visual novel types. We've got a strategy battle game, another visual novel. This has got to be one of the like the amount of visual novel games out there. I think people don't realize just how many there are, but they all look the same. They all look like this, so they all blend together. But there's a lot. There's a lot. Maybe not so much these days, but around this era, the PS2 era, there was a lot of these. Ooh boy. This is so generic looking. This art, I don't know. If you like it, you like it, but this does nothing for me. This is just so generic. It's a little boring. This is better. This has a bit more life to it, I think. This too. This is pretty good. It's a little better, huh? An improvement. But whatever, to each their own of their own tastes. I'm not gonna tell you what to like or not like. Somebody pranked this guy when he drank too much and passed out at a party. Oh my god. Never be the first to pass out, huh? Oh, I think... Or maybe it's on the disc that comes with this. There was a preview for this. Somewhere I had a preview of this and I saw these girls dancing with the Pac-Mans on their heads. It's pretty funny. Idolmaster. I've never played Idolmaster. Oh my god, this is scary with their heads stuck on here. I don't like that. That's weird. And this is showing the DVD, so this, if you guys want, you can see this on the channel. Once again, I'll link that somewhere so you can check it out, but it's got this interview with him and just stuff about MGS4. I've also uploaded some of these previews separately, like English of the Dead. That's a fun one. So they're around on the channel if you take the time to look around. And this is it right here. I like to get these kinds of old game discs that are just previews and things like that. It's kind of fun to see the previews of them before they came out, of what ended up being really popular games, or games that just completely disappeared, you know. Well, Lost Planet's really fun. That series is fun. I'd like to see that return. I haven't tried Mad World, but recently I was seeing some stuff about it again, and I was like, I'd like to try that. It's such a weird, unique style, but looks pretty fun. But I never got into it. I don't know why I never tried, but I think I didn't have a Wii for like a very long time until I came to Japan, so maybe that's why I guess I never tried it. Bayonetta, very popular. PC Engine Best Collection. What? This is on the PSP? Oh, I gotta find that. Loves me some PC Engine. Yeah, maybe I'll try to track that down. Metal Slug 7, very fun. Gotta love the Metal Slug. Some Mario Baseball. We got a Star Trek game. Next Generation and Deep Space Nine. Oh, Tatsunoko versus Capcom. That's a fighting game. Oh, that's the arcade one. Oh, interesting. I know that came out, I think, on the Wii after, right? I wonder if it's completely the same or not. Maybe graphically it's a bit better on the arcade one. Surgery game. Oh, simple 2000, simple DS game. Might have to get that. I'm a fan of the Simple series. Final Fantasy IV The After. So I never played that, but I wonder if it's any good. It's like a continuation of it or something like that, right? Metal Gear, you're number 2. Come on, you can do it. Monster Hunter 2nd G. I'm really into Monster Hunter these days. I'm going crazy for Monster Hunter. Just can't get enough. The rankings for all the games and stuff like that. It's fun to see, you know, at a certain point in time, a little freeze frame in time of how well certain games were doing and what was popular and things like that. Especially, you know, overseas and such. Oh, and then we got the figures. Got this Raiden figure. I've seen that one before. I think I've handled it actually, but he's got this weird rubbery muscle suit over top of his articulated like skeleton. So I wonder if that rubber has survived well, or if it ended up cracking or drying out. It'd be fun to have that though. I wonder if it's expensive now. Some more fan art. Ooh, it's a pretty buff Astro Boy. This is an interesting one. Oh, that's a lot of space, buddy. You doing okay? Zero Suit Samus, nice. Anyways, good stuff. Oh, that's pretty good. That's really well made. And that's it, good stuff. We're gonna add for the PSP here. And Disgaea there on the back for the DS. So there you go. Got some nice MGS4 stuff going on, as well as some other games at the time. This is my art table, so sorry, it's a little messy, huh? But anyways, I've got a bunch more of these old game magazines, Japanese game magazines. So if there's an interest for it, let me know and I'll do some more. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.